Well, hi folks, Stratman from pipware.com here. But did a lot of good trading yesterday. I netted 70 pips yesterday, and thought I'd just go over, how support and resistance pans out throughout the day. It was particularly good yesterday, and some of you might say as I mark this up, well, that's all very good in hindsight, but those that are in the chat room will be able to see some of the shots I posted during the day and confirm that what I'm showing you now is what I did prior to price action occurring. So let's just show you, based on yesterday, how one would try and mark up support and resistance and then trade that throughout the day. So let's get going. I've completely emptied my chart of all indicators for a start for this markup, and on the daily time frame I'm going to zoom in, and I really find the daily pretty good. We'll get rid of the last candle because we don't want that influencing us right now as we mark all this up. So the big thing is that I'm just looking at all the highs and lows, the closes and so on, and determining where to put some lines. So first thing I'm going to do is mark my first line that I think is going to be appropriate, and what I see immediately standing out is somewhere through here. There's the high there coming through, and if I pull that through just here, I can see what I'm looking for is there's a high there and a low there, so support turning into resistance, so I'm interested in that. Also, it came down and tested this point many times along the way, so that's one of my lines. Another one, I mean, these lines look pretty close together on this chart, but another one would be this one here. You can just faintly see the Friday candle here. I'm just getting right on the tip of that and looking at a support resistance kind of view there as well, and just kind of adjusting that backwards and forwards between so it fits just perfectly there. And you can see the touches on the way through here, why I'm marking that up. Then I'll add another line. Let's just think about where we're going to put this one. So this one here would possibly be on the top of that candle there coming through. There's a lot of it's good top, the close there. We've got a top there. We've got a touch there, and support becoming resistance there, and a nice line through there. So there's another one. So the next one would be, we've got a close here, right where the close there is, so I kind of would look at that as a possible support and resistance as well. People might think I'm splitting hairs here, but this is to me how I do it, and look, it seems to work quite well. So next one, right on about the 1.48, I think, is looking like a nice round number there, so we'll just leave that one there. Next thing to do is to have a look at this on the H4 time frame and see how that is kind of panning out. So I've just moved this, zoomed it out and moved it along, so there is a kind of like a pin bar candle here that we were presented with coming into the day yesterday. But now what we're looking at is we're just looking to refine our support and resistance points on H4, and I got to say that these are looking pretty good. That line's looking pretty good. This one here is looking particularly good. Right through here, right through here, through here, very good. This one here, yeah, it's looking not too bad, although I'd probably just tweak that up just a touch, just because there's the resistance, there's the support there. This one here, well, I'm probably going to tweak that down just slightly just to capture the closes there, close there, coming through here, and we've got the resistance there, and we've got the close right here. So those are my points. This one here, look, I mean, we could bring that up slightly just to capture a few more bottoms, and I think that will probably do it, looking at the H4. So I'll just take us down to the H1 and get us into the same position. So I'm down into the H1 time frame and zoomed out, and I've kind of obscured the right hand side, just left my lines in the same position, and now we're just checking along just to see that this looks like a good kind of support and resistance point, and it's looking pretty good along that line. It's looking good along this line, a little bit hairy there, but still capturing quite well. We've got a couple of shots at this, but getting closer to now, these are the important spots here. You know, there's resistance, and like we can see that we've got some fairly good support and resistance lines here. Probably they're going to work quite well for us. Okay, the next thing to do is to start looking at some channels, maybe. Now doing channels, I kind of refined this after the first hour of the day, just as we started, because we know that we normally close the gap, and here's the gap here. So this was the high here. Now I did notice that if I drew a line from the top of here down into that high there, we captured quite a few of the highs here. So that seemed to me a good line. So I'm just going to just thicken this up a little bit. And what I normally do is hold my control key down and then drag the line across and just see how it fits with other areas. And I noticed that this bottom here was good hitting with this top. So to me that was quite a valid idea for a channel. And then I usually try and find myself a midway point in the middle that's looking like it might be going to work, and that's probably going to sit in the middle quite well. So that's my main channel. So one would be looking for a break of this channel during the day, or just a continuation down this channel. I also noticed that we've got to move up in this area here, so I'll go down into a lower time frame. I trade the M15, so I'm just going to go down into the M15 and draw up something on that as well. So let's go down to the M15, and we'll get that zoomed out. So into the first hour of the open of the day, because I can't trade because my spread's too wide, I could see that we had a definite kind of channel here on the M15. So the idea is to try and see if we can get some parallel lines again that fit to make the channel. So first thing I did was just put a line across there, then try and get that parallel and see if it lines up with something else we're doing. And you know, that kind of fit quite well through there. It's also crossing over on the peak here, right on my line coming down from other channels. So that's what I do. Next thing is that I'll try and make one in the middle again that's just exactly kind of central, and see if we can capture something happening there as well. So that's looking pretty central to me. Okay, and that's how I started up my day, ready for trading. And then the next thing is to add on the normal indicators I use. So I'll do that from the dashboard now. And there we have it, a pretty ugly looking chart really, but basically the day started here, and you can see that we were here, came down, hit this line, came down, hit this other line here, the support line I drew, then a nice trade up through here if you wanted, came back and retested here, came up, hit my other resistance line, playing around on the channel, and then the rest of the day was just kind of cruising along the top of the Asian session channel, and then starting to go up through this channel again. So next video I'll just show some of the trades.